It sounds like the game crashed.
It's not doing anything. I've got that
geez.
spinning cursor wheel right now, so...
Womp womp.
Oh, no. Okay. Now stuff is happening. I'll bet we'll have to
All right.
compile shaders again, because that's
I'm
just
recording.
what this game is.
It's a game about compiling shaders.
Oh, hey, how about that? We didn't have to do that. It just almost crashed on the disclaimer screen. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Starfield.
Howdy.
We've got a special guest for you this week. It's Alex.
Hello. I see we have Regina back, which is very exciting.
Yes.
This is a specific instantiation of Regina with a brand new canon.
Yeah, I'm
this
gonna
might
need
be
the
a
lore
great time for you to actually recap on
okay.
the Regina lore we've established.
Okay. Regina Cuthbert was working at a shitty space gas station in Neon City, selling expired bentos behind it, and also playing the light gun games constantly using the employee code, which is the same as saying just breaking it. When they talked to a member of the Cult of the Snake and said, if I join your cult, will the snake give me millions of dollars? And the Cult of the Snake person said, what? No, that's not how it works, but did so in a way that was elaborate enough that Regina took the answer to be yes. She bought a lottery ticket, won a few thousand space dollars, and immediately bought a house with a down payment, which she was snookered into buying it on the other side of a planet on the other side of the galaxy. To make the payments, she got a job as a space miner, and has now kind of seamlessly transitioned into whatever the fuck the plot of Starfield is, on the auspice that a lot of very rich people seem to be involved, and they seem to be throwing money around. And also, nobody's stopping her from killing people and selling their shit. We've established
much
that
of
she
that
has
can you
never...
do?
Oh,
How much
none
of that was
0%.
in the game? You can't buy a
Zero,
house
none
in this game, or I see.
Oh, we have
you
we
can-
have
no,
a
you
house. We have a house.
Oh!
One of our starting perks has a house, and then one of the other ones is a member of the Snake Cult, which seems to have scant minor integrations into the dialogue system. This is a good time to mention, Alex, your level of familiarity with Starfield is...
Yeah, zero. Literally, I know it
Yeah.
exists. And it's kind of crazy because when you just started the game, I almost had a mini heart attack because I'm like, are we playing New Vegas? You're in the desert. There's a guy with a cowboy hat on.
The
I'm
game
like,
did
what
not
is going...
look like this until just now.
This is
Let
a
me-
Wild West themed planet.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So
yeah,
that's just
so-
a way for them to reuse Fallout resources for a Wild
Right.
West.
So okay.
Okay.
So to recap what's going on right here, we are after some kind of mystical space MacGuffin, and that's actually really about all we know about these things. They're important somehow. We landed here, walked into the city. There was a bank robbery. We failed to talk down the guys who were robbing the bank and had hostages, so we walked in the unguarded back door and killed all of them, and also may have injured some of the hostages in the process, but not in a
This did also
legally,
involve
significant way.
This did also involve the second worst persuasion game I've seen in the last 15 years.
After that, we needed to be in the bank, incidentally, to go and get Sam Coe's, who is this guy, family heirloom maps to get us to help us find where the MacGuffin is, because his family is important, big deal on this planet. How do I undo a waypoint? But it turned out that his father, Jacob, had taken them so that he could force a confrontation with Sam, which we then succeeded at the persuasion minigame and basically said, hey, if you give us the maps, we'll leave and stop bothering you. And he was like, yeah, okay, fine. So now we have the maps that tell us where we need to go to get this MacGuffin, and it's over here. Like a kilometer away from the city.
And we have
And this
vehicles
is-
that we can drive around
No.
in the desert.
No,
I mean,
no,
on the
no,
planet.
no.
There's no space buggy thing.
apparently they're going to add one with, or maybe they just did add one in a patch or whatever, but no, we do not have buggies right now. And I maybe buried the lead on this, but this is something that like the Cove family ancestor who founded this colony found. So like 10 generations ago, these guys, you know, this guy found this thing, and it's this like secret, hidden, mystical thing that nobody goes near or really knows anything about, and it's just over there. You know, maybe 2-3 kilometers the most from the town. So yeah, that's what's going on in Starfield right now.
Also, the game incentivizes Josh to do bunny hopping, and it's infuriating.
Oh yeah, that was Rutskarn's fault.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Is it like
I should
Oblivion
apologize to
situation where you
specifically
level-
now.
No, yeah, there's a
worse.
perk. There's a perk where in combat, if you're doing double jump, bunny hopping and double jumping, you get extra experience.
Okay, Mumbles and Josh had me pick the perks blind, and I'm so sorry. I was like, let's try this one, and it's. I
hope no one
gave
watching
up
has
on.
been getting motion sickness from all this.
I've been trying to get Josh to stop bunny hopping so much for like 12 years at this point.
What's that thing in the sky? Is that something you shoot down?
It's a dandelion.
What?
What?
It's just a plant.
It's like Zelda, right? Like you have to shoot it to get the prize.
No,
this
Seems to be immune to bullets, or maybe I'm just not a good shot.
There's a clip in the trailer for this game that I'll always remember as being really my first impression of Starfield, beyond like the sizzle of the ship taking off, which turns out the final version of the game had exactly as interactive a ship taking off segment as that sizzle reel. But one of the first things you see in the gameplay is you get out of a spaceship on a planet with the space pirates on it, and an alien runs out, and the main character points their gun at it, and then lowers their gun because they see it's not hostile. I'm just like, what a brave, aspirational take on science fiction. You go to an alien planet, you see an alien, you point your gun at it, but it seems cool. So
Incidentally, the guns in this game are not very good.
What are you supposed to use?
Josh,
You have an
You're
ass
supposed to
having
use
having
guns. Well, it's not like they've given me the option. We got a shotgun.
Yeah, I would not
I
say
feel
that
like
Josh
you
is
should go
insufficiently
around
versed
another
in
way. Oh, just walk up to them too. That works.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I'm not sure it does.
They are
You
flanking
might
us. You gotta
die.
give them
There's a
credit.
lot of.
That's cool. I'm sure this is about to turn around. Oh,
Oh, you got boost pack training.
And to be
maybe
fair, if
out
I
of
was them, I would also
humans.
say the phrase, you have no idea what you're up against. The impression I would have gotten at this point would have been that we have no idea what we're up against.
Oh, is
So-
that a Canadian slur? What's up with that? Canuck.
Oh yeah,
What is that?
there's tons
Yeah.
of Canadian shit in this
Yes.
game.
Oh, it's a double. And
we've also
poutine.
got poutine.
Like Tim Hortons. This is exciting. I don't believe
Well-
that Tim Hortons bullshit made it into the future.
That's my favorite gag or one of my favorite gags in Anachronox is that the currency of the universe at the end of all time is the loon. I love that so much.
What kind of
That's great.
theoretical space future technology would be required to make canned poutine palatable? Let alone desirable over other canned food options.
Oh, what's going on here? Turret control.
Maybe they were
Update
like,
from
what's the
info
grossest
settings.
kind of food we can put in a can that isn't already a thing in a can?
At some point, you would just empty it out and it would be indistinguishable from lumpy gravy.
Right. I mean, I've seen like British like meat pies sort of in that same vein, right? Where you get the whole pie and the crust is just not mixing with that gravy.
They have canned cheeseburgers too. They are probably worse than you could really imagine.
Are you speaking from experience?
No, to be honest, I don't know what would have to happen in my life to eat a canned cheeseburger, but it's probably actually.
Now I'm
honestly,
sure
I'm
there's
like
a
90%
Patreon
way there.
goal There's a spoiler warning Patreon goal we can put out there to get some canned burgers.
Get
your
that
way.
money.
We actually can't because they took those away. Like, you can't make those on Patreon anymore.
Wait, what?
Wait, you can't make goals?
That
No.
Yeah, there are no
Can't have
stretch
keep-
goal things on Patreon as
Oh
of
my
like 2 years
God.
ago. Like,
This tells you how much I've been using. I haven't like charged patrons in like a year and a half. So
whoa,
So-
hello.
One thing I want to point out is that this is the same gang that did the bank robbery that we had a dialogue option
Yes.
for. And in my playthrough, I succeeded at the dialogue option. So I talked to the guy holding the hostages at the bank, and I was like, look, man, there's only one way out. You've already taken hostages. It's already gotten really dirty. Just let them go, and maybe they'll be, you know, merciful towards you. You can come back and try to set things right later. And he's like, yeah, I want to get out okay. And I'm like, okay, yeah, good. And I, like, really set him up right and, like, got him out of a tough situation. And then I had to come over here to complete the story quest, and they open fire immediately, and there is no way to, like, not engage in combat here as far as I'm aware. So I just killed, like, hundreds of this dude's friends and family, because that's what the game makes you do.
There's like no faction system in this game.
There might be, but not with the Shaw gang. It's because there's like the there's the like
You,
three main
you wanna do
religion
some stuff,
faction
Sam?
things.
You want to
Sam's
maybe
just checking
not,
out the
not
sun.
just chill? Well, like multiple people shoot at us?
he's just thinking, she doesn't know what she's gotten herself into. They're right.
I
Shaw
just
Oh,
gang
they
has a
shot
point.
him, so he did. No, okay.
I just know someone's gonna go in the comments and be like, well, actually, if you go into the sheriff's office in the prison and talk to the guy, he can send a message to his friends to let you just get in there regularly. But I'm like, how would I know to do that? The next mission quest was talk to Samco's dad, get the map, and then come here.
I think one of
Not
the issues
get
here is that
a
games
med pack? Maybe not.
which have lots of branching paths do well to either signpost those or, and this is where the fist fighting starts, they're compelling enough that people tend to explore and look for those options independently. To be honest, and this game could have a lot of hidden depth that we don't spot, and it's because for one reason or another, certainly the fact that we're playing it for show doesn't help. There's not a, doesn't feel like there's a lot of incentive to look around for alternate routes.
We are still so early in the game. There are at least 2 major mechanics we have not yet explored.
Exciting. Their refund feature on Steam.
Why? How many hours do you have in Starfield?
At this point, probably too many.
Me, not enough to. I haven't
Oh.
finished it yet.
Yeah, Mumbles is our resident Starfield expert.
Yeah,
In a way,
she
this
actually
is-
beat it.
Oh, is that why she's the expert, or does she like it?
Okay, Sam's
She
ready.
liked it, and then
Hi,
she
Sam.
started hating it so much she wanted us to do it.
Yeah, it was very staple gun. I'll bet I
Sam
can
started
actually use
moving,
that
but
as a
not
weapon.
helpfully.
You
No.
cannot use it. It's not a weapon. It's also not a crafting thing. Just look for things that say crafting, like that little purple cube over there.
Oh, what's that? Edmontonian. What do they consider an Edmontonian meal? Oh, pierogies. Okay. I don't know any, I guess.
And
okay.
gravy, uncanned.
It's uncanned.
Have any of you ever had the fucking chutzpah to prepare a canned meal for yourself and also to lay down a sheet of red and white checked diner paper underneath?
I wish I did.
If I
'cause
ever,
that sounds cool.
I would do that if I had
You would.
easy access to that
You
kind of
would.
paper.
I like that we're
I
just
don't mean
taking
that in a
hookahs.
negative sense. I have respect for that.
Why
You know,
not?
sometimes if I'm feeling like 1,000%, I will wrap a sandwich in wax paper before I like sort of let
Oh.
it settle and
See-
eat it.
So now we're doing a classic
This is
Bethesda
what
thing
it's
of
all-
clearing out a base before we go into a cave to clear out more people.
Smugglers don't take too kindly with
Yeah.
poking around their turf.
Wait, say that again, Sam. Were you saying that they wouldn't be too kind about us poking around on their turf? Sam, I don't know if you've noticed, but they're all dead now.
So
Maybe
that
you
was
just
the-
weren't paying attention.
That was the other fun thing, is that I didn't realize AI in this game could go between inside and outside. So, in my attempt to not kill the guy's family, because I liked the guy I saved from the bank robbery, I accidentally alerted everyone here and then tried to run into the cave, and then 12 people would jump into the cave after me, and it did not go well.
I have kind of
Farming
a radical
hats.
opinion here. This is something I've been kind of like, that's been brewing for a bit. Like, kind of started with Fallout 4 a little bit, and now watching Starfield, it's really kind of raising the volume.
I love that.
There is something about the way Bethesda's games get more and more realistic, and like the facial, well, you know, not much more sophisticated facial animation wise, but like, you know, the spaces become more immersive, and their reckless disregard for just named enemies that exist in your open world that use the same like skeletons and animations and everything as the real people in the town, but they're just fodder for you to yell at you before you mow them down. It's kind of weird.
What's that one that I was using?
Like, you compare this to something like Cyberpunk 2077, where it's the same deal, but like, in that case, it really feels like they recognize that this is a psychopathic thing to do.
That's not...
To just be like, oh yeah, this is a gang, and they're a problem, so just come in and kill all of them inside their house, and then go on with your day, and nobody notices or pays any attention. Like, because that's how depraved and wicked the society is. Bethesda games, it always just kind of feels like something people take in stride. You just walk outside your house and kill 30 people.
I mean, that is the weird thing about Bethesda games, if you really step back, though, right? Like, not weird might not be the right word, but they are structured under the assumption you are a D&D style adventurer looking for adventure. They are not a role-playing game proper where you're supposed to be a character who has emotions and feelings and thoughts and exists in a socioeconomic context in a real sense. You are Joe or Jane adventurer looking to go conquer the world. And the whole game is built around the idea of a world that bends to your will, and all you have to do is kill enough people to get experience. And like, that was sort of my... Uh-oh, you stepped onto mine. You stepped onto mine. Also, avoid the red thing.
On it.
The red thing that you can shoot behind you will also explode violently. I've died a lot to the explosive.
Oh yeah, I know that. I thought you meant the...
It's the giant
red light
explosive tank
source.
right behind you. Oh, just walk through them.
I mean, are they
You're
good
hurting
mines
Sam.
if it takes them a second and a half to detonate after you make contact with them? That seems bad.
Okay, you can't complain about video game landmines or video game claymores. Like, I was prepping for a Shadowrun session once that I was coming into as a guest player. And I was looking for the claymores, and I realized that I don't have them, because claymores aren't game mechanics. They just kill you before you know they're there.
That gun is pretty fancy, Josh.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you only have 16 shots, but...
Yeah, you don't waste it on the wall.
Is it possible that I have picked up the incinerator?
Oh!
Apparently not. The game said no.
I want the RNG to reset before it generated that gun so bad.
Is that our first death?
Yes.
Then it was just Josh not paying attention, and that's about it.
Open up on him.
Yep.
Wasn't really that funny.
Better we get it.
Should have been
Like,
funnier.
what's the threshold of realism where it doesn't feel weird anymore to blow up a gas tank in front of some people, then one of them walks towards you, yells, open up on them, kind of fumbles in midair at nothing until you dome them in the head 13 times with an SMG? Is that, like... I know this is a radical opinion. Is that not, like, a little weird?
Aw, it generated it.
I mean, you know, that's
It's
just
not very
kind of
NASA.
epitome
It's not
of
something you can
Bethesda
imagine
games, isn't it?
NASA doing. Let me put it that way. It's not NASA punk of them.
So there's just like a hidden case with nothing in it? That's just the thing that happened?
Sam, are you a pacifist? Like, why do you even
So-
have a gun?
He just seems depressed.
Let me let me see if I can find a way to set the AI behavior.
The antidepressants? I mean...
It's because the door was locked. He couldn't get in.
I guess I could shoot
getting
through the
shot
bars,
from
but
between the
I don't
bars.
know. This whole thing feels weird to me.
He was waiting for someone to open the door for him. Like a dog.
Whenever he stands there, not doing anything, it's just mamas don't raise your boys to let your boys grow up to be cowboys playing in his head.
Hey, if you find a new pistol,
That's his idle music.
Who are you talking to?
I don't think you're gonna use that new pistol. Give him a Grendel.
Actually, we
Oh,
have...
that actually
The
looks
gun
like a
names.
decent gun.
The gun
Yeah.
names in this game are ridiculous.
Grendel, I mean, like, I approve, but, like, the Grendel actually looks like kind of a piddling gun.
Yeah. It's a very aren't P90s cool kind of space gun.
Do they have a bigger gun that's like Grendel's mom? How does that work?
That would redeem this game. We need something like that. I mean, the double-double was fun, but it's probably just because someone on the dev team is Canadian. They're just like, yeah. But it's not enough to carry this game. Let's just say that.
Can I just say right now, blanket statement to any developer who wants to shoehorn in like their own national stuff into whatever game they're making, regardless of context, please do. Absolutely. 100%. It's a hit every time.
Well, and honestly, I've been saying this forever, but like Canadian stuff is not in
Kinda seen your
games.
mug anyway.
You don't. It's
Are you
not that
leaving
common.
him?
No.
Shaw gang's full of thugs. Heard a lot of. I got nothing more to say to you.
Can you romance
Oh,
him?
he still hates us. You can, but he hates us. He hates us for things I don't remember what we did.
We
but
were
something.
May
saving
have-
the hostages from the building. We actually stabbed one in the butt. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
twice.
that's right.
I'm gonna be
He
honest.
does
I'm gonna
not
assume
like
no. I assume people don't romance this character because why would I want to romance just a regular cowboy guy in a space game when I can choose between?
Well-
I'm assuming space
Let's get
people.
that artifact.
Because he's
Mumble
out of
said
shape.
she did,
Is
and then it was
Elias
disappointing.
Tefexis.
It is Elias Tefexis of Deus Ex.
We
Machina.
love him. Oh yes, of course.
I'm sorry.
Also,
we kind of
is he
missed
Canadian?
that.
Keep your weapon handy. Let's
I
go.
don't
Do you
think.
mind if I ask you some personal questions? No. I don't think he doesn't sound Canadian.
Wait, what? Did I say Adam Shepard?
Adam Shepard?
You
Did I
did
say
now.
Adam?
What?
I said Adam Shepard for Adam Jensen.
Yeah, what did I say?
Adam Jensen is the correct name.
I said Adam Shepard. I fuck, I'm doing.
He's in a bunch of things now. Actually, I briefly followed Elias
Is it
Tefexis
supposed
on
to be
Twitter,
shaking, or is that?
and he's in like I think a Star Wars thing or something else, a Star Trek.
Oh, he
thing.
was in the last season of Star Trek Discovery.
Right.
He is Canadian. Haha.
You've done this.
Oh, that's nice.
Jailer, do the honors.
There are Canadian cowboys, you know.